Hi, I'm Laurie Dobson. Today is January 24th, 2021. And whenever there's something to celebrate, I want to be there for it. So you guys, I don't want to become one of those people who can't see the whole spectrum of the events that are happening now, because there's so much that's happening, that's going on, we don't even know about behind the scenes. And we have to just kind of go in this veil of unknowing, and we never get to see any cracks in the that we can see through, the little hole in the wall, the fence, so we can look through and see what's going on the other side. I mean, it was a little bit of that at the Capitol, where we could sort of see what's going on a little bit more than we would normally understand, right? So walking down the road here on Great Cranberry, and it's very cold. Dogs are here and there. You might see them. There's one right over there. Well, anyway, they're both over there getting into trouble. But so anyway, sorry. So the thing is that I want to stay on today is that there are some positives that are going on right now. It's even in the bleakness, even recognizing the bleakness and not trying to minimize it. The thing that happened with Bernie Sanders is profound, and is a demonstration that the human spirit will out. So we're all like having crazy times right now, right? We're just at the wit's end and feeling like we can't manage to go and do anything more. And here I am saying that I don't have any right to, actually, because I have it relatively easy compared to some people. I don't have the kind of insecurities that a lot of people are facing now, and it's bad. So while I say it's fine, it's not fine altogether. It's really not fine. But the person who stood for that, who wanted to change things early on, that I got right behind, 2016, Bernie Sanders. I ran for office as a Bernie person. I did a caucus for him. I opened up an office. I got people there. And in Southern Maine, we turned it over for him. And all the things I could possibly do, I did, and worked full-time in the office. And then afterwards, and then in 2020, I did the same thing. I wrote so many articles and supported him so much, going all over the place, traveling and supporting, caucus and delegate, for our town. Anyway, the fact that he could just fail so spectacularly to meet my expectations is one thing. But he's done something, and he didn't even do it. That's what's great about it. Sitting in that chair that it's not an empty chair, it's a full chair, and he's in it, his legs crossed, he's huddled, obviously cold, doesn't want to be there, mittens around him, just trying to keep huddled in and keep warm. Nobody talking to him, nothing. And that one, separated out. Nobody's sitting around him. Nobody's chatting with him. Nobody wants to be around Bernie except us. We want Bernie. We always have wanted him, and he's in our hearts. And it's not that, anything you love stays with you. When a politician can be really loved for giving you hope and bringing you to a place, and he never failed as a leader. He just failed to make it as a leader. But if he got in place, he could have risen to that occasion and used the powers. And he has the chance now to make it powerful, his time in the budget thing. But he's still not, in my view, doing what he has to do to rise all the way up to the top. So he needed some divine dispensation. So last time out, he had the bird come to the podium. And it's like divine. It's a divine, message. And to me, the fact that people have embraced him with this chair in places everywhere, crossing the Potomac with Washington. You guys have seen it on the mountaintop with Julie Andrews, The Sound of Music, next to her with the guitar. Places where people have loved things, and he's sitting there just like, or not loved things, but he's just sitting there. He's like the silent witness, and he's been supposedly silenced, but it just shows you the power, the indomitable power of people when they refuse to be conquered. That there's this presence, there's this stability of presence. Bernie's still here, and he is not amused. It's kind of transcendent, and I, having lived in Vermont for a couple of years, I know the cold, that whole thing. You need really warm clothes, and you don't worry about comfort. I'm wearing my Bernie Brown jacket here. I got my mittens, Pendleton, but they're, you need warmth. You need warmth to get through this very cold climate. was it Solzhenitsyn that said, or Tolstoy, that said, if you're cold, the people that are warm don't care. Something like that. People don't care about you when they're warm if you're cold, or if you're cold, the people that are warm don't care about you. I don't know. It just seems like there's a certain level of indifference to those who are outside the Overton window, that acceptability shrinking window where, you have to be okay, you have to prove to everybody that you're okay with what they're doing, whether you like it or not. And there's this honesty in his expression. It reminds me of Ralph Nader, who also had to face a lot of, who still does face a lot of incredible judgment, censure, unfairly for the amount of things that he did for our country. He should be totally honored, and yet he was been treated terribly. And Julian Assange and Edward Snowden and all those other people. There's so many other whistleblowers who I should mention, but Bernie was trying to be there for all the people, as he said, and he never seems to be tired of telling us that's his goal. I've got the moon behind me here. And I just want to say, he's got me back again. I can't believe it. I'm a third timer for Bernie. God help me. Oh, I can't even believe it. I can't bear it. I can't bear to have him, break my heart a third time, because he's not the kind of guy who's going to necessarily follow through and be the leader we want him to be. But despite his kowtowing to those forces around him, the Biden is going to be a great guy, president bullshit, signing on to the Russiagate hoax, not continuing to fight for the $2,000 that he said he would, not filibustering for us. The guy had a heart attack. I want to excuse him. But aside from all the excuses that he constantly gets, that he doesn't necessarily deserve, for all the adulation he's received, adulation is the wrong word, devotion and loyalty, and people would go the mile for him, the extra mile for him in a flash. It's just, and we know they'll never let him because they're assholes. They just are. They're assholes. And so, AOC, you don't stand up for him. You don't stand up for the right things. You're not going to get my devotion. You're acting like somebody who just wants to get even. And that's the wrong way to go. I think Bernie is showing everybody in his own way how to endure, how to stay in the game when it's difficult. And he's seen it be difficult. He's been in a Senate that's been unfriendly towards him, and a House, and everything else that he's done. He's been arrested for the right reasons, as have I. At a Bernie rally, when he refused to stand up for me when I was thrown out, unfairly, but never mind. Bernie, you've just, of all the people who should be able to continue to excoriate you, it's me. But I'm not. I'm there because the power of your example, the power of who you are, still manages to get through to people. Anybody that feels disenfranchised by the system or feels left out can relate to that picture of you. Even if you're just in the chair, just your posture, I'm here, but I'm not included, and that's just the way it is. We're all there right now. The 99% are with you on that chair. It's not a very lonely place if you think about it. Anyway, I'm back. I'll do what I can to promote it, the memes, everything I can, because it speaks truly to us. It shows us we may be down, but we're not out. They may be there for a while. They may prevail for a while, but redemption comes in the morning or something like that. Anyway, have a great day or night. Take care. Love you guys.